Rhinos. At the beginning of the 20th century, an estimated 500,000 wild rhinos lived in Africa and Asia. Over a little more than 100 years, we've lost almost 95% of them. Only about 29,000 wild rhinos are believed to be alive today, and some subspecies of rhinos are gone altogether. In 2011, both the Javan rhino in Vietnam and the western black rhino in Africa were declared extinct. In Africa, the northern white rhino is completely extinct in the wild, living only in captivity. All rhinos could be extinct in our lifetimes, unless we do something about poaching. Rhinos are disappearing mainly because poaching has skyrocketed. In 2007, 13 rhinos were poached in South Africa. In 2013, 1,004 rhinos were poached in South Africa. That's more than a 7,000% increase in less than 10 years. Why? Rhino horn. In early 2015, a pound of rhino horn is worth more than a pound of gold. On the black market, the illegal market, a kilogram or 2.2 pounds of rhino horn is estimated to fetch about $65,000, sometimes even $100,000 depending on the type of rhino horn. That's more than 4 years of in-state college tuition costs at a state university in the US. Vietnam is the main market for rhino horn due to a mistaken belief that it can help cure cancer. Zero scientific evidence exists to support that claim. It's not a claim rooted in traditional medicine, but a new one, which helps explain why rhino poaching has recently soared. Unfortunately, the lack of scientific proof hasn't stopped people from buying rhino horns and trying it for themselves. It's this misplaced hope for a magical cure that explains why rhino horns are more expensive than gold or platinum. And as Vietnam's economy has grown and more people have had more money to spend, sadly, some of that money has gone to buy rhino horns. If rhino poaching continues to rise, because poachers know killing a rhino means getting a lot of money, scientists estimate all African rhinos could be extinct in less than 20 years. Although poaching is the main urgent threat facing rhinos, it's not the only one. They're also losing their habitats. In Indonesia, for example, illegal coffee and rice farmers are taking over land that rhinos have long called home, killing rhinos in the process or forcing them onto land where they can't thrive and ultimately where they can't survive. Thankfully, when rhinos have been threatened before by poaching and habitat loss, with careful conservation efforts, their numbers have recovered. One African subspecies, the southern white rhino, was thought to be extinct in the 19th century, but turned out not to be. In 1895, a small population was discovered, and, through careful conservation efforts, thousands of southern white rhinos are living in Africa today, most of them in South Africa in protected rhino sanctuaries and parks. We know rhinos can recover, but we have to stop the poachers first.